So, my name is Shane Bennett. I've been driving trucks for 5+ years, and I want to show you about the low gear and the high gear. For when you're lowering your trailer and when you're picking your trailer up. You know what I'm saying? So I want to show you that. Also, before you get under your trailer, I want to show you what to do before you get under your trailer. Because you don't want to have it too high. You know what I'm saying? You want to have it just right. So when you get up under there, it's gonna lock. You know, your kingpin gonna lock. And when you put it in first gear, you'll see. When you tug it, you'll see that you got it locked. So I'm about to show you right now about your low gear and your high gear. Alright, so right now I got it in a low gear and I'm trying to lower it so I can get it to where it's low enough so when I get under there I can lock it easy without even having to have any problems with it. So right now I'm in a low gear. As you can see, it moves easy and it lowers it. When it comes to lowering your truck, righty is lowering your landing gear. Lefty is bringing your landing gear up. So that's what I'm basically doing. I'm bringing it up, and I got it in a low gear. If you want it in a high gear, what you'll have to do is it's gonna feel more tighter. So right now I got it in a high gear, and watch how hard it be to turn. See, I can't even turn it. I can't even lower it. But once I put it in a low gear, it's in a low gear now. Watch how easy it be. See what I'm saying? And you wanna, in order to avoid back injuries or anything, you wanna bend your knees, have one leg back. Bend your knees, have one leg back. And do a pushing forward. Bring it up, push. Bring it up, push. That's how you want it. Now what I'm doing is I'm lowering it. I'm lowering it. All right, so let's see. You see? Now it's right where you want it at. See, before I get all the way under there, I want to show you. See how it's touching? It's just right. See, like when the kingpin gonna lock clean in there. See, it's gonna lock clean in there. Okay, so now what we're about to check before I, bring my landing gear up, we're about to check to see if what I call it, the elbows is around the neck. So we're about to see if it's locked around the kingpin. So as you can see, we are locked. Locked around the kingpin. Now what I'm about to do next, before I let it up, I'm about to hook my emergency line, my service line, and my pigtail. I'm about to hook that up, and then I'm gonna check to see if there's any leaks, any air pressure leaking out, and then I'm gonna go around the trailer, check everything before I even bring my landing gear up. We're hooked. We're ready to check our trailer. Make sure this right here, make sure this is right behind this. Keep your pigtail in. The service line. And the emergency line hooked up right. Before, make sure when you lock it, make sure it's locked down enough. That is sitting right on top, right here. Make sure it's sitting right on top so it don't come off. Now I'm about to check for any leaks. I hook my lines up. Now I'm about to check for any leaks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push my trailer brakes in. And only my trailer brakes, not the parking brake. I'm only gonna push the trailer brake in. Now I'm gonna go right here by my service and emergency line, and I'm gonna check to see if there's any air coming from out of here and from out of here. See if any air leaks coming from out of here. Do I hear anything? I'm gonna check to see if I hear any air leaks. Anything around up in this area? Nope, I don't hear anything. So now I'm about to check my trailer and everything before I even lift the landing gear up. You wanna make sure that your fifth wheel, that it don't have any gaps in the middle. You don't want no gaps. You can have gaps in the front, gaps in the back, but you don't want no gaps in the middle. Then you want to make sure that bolt is not sticking out right here. You want to make sure this bolt right here is not sticking out, that it's locked in. Now I'm gonna check my trailer, make sure all my tape is on there, none of it really missing. Check my trailer out, make sure no dents or anything I can observe that looks unfamiliar. Make sure my wire's not hanging too low. You don't want them wires hanging too low on the ground, from the ground I mean. You want them hanging high enough, You want to check under your trailer, make sure there's no cracks in the trailer under here, because you don't want no forklift to be driving and fall through the trailer. It happened before, I heard. So make sure that you don't got any cracks under your trailer, like any big old cracks, where you think a forklift will fall through the trailer. You want to check under here also, make sure you don't see nothing unfamiliar, check everything. Check your tires out and everything. Also, when you check your trailer, make sure your lights working. Make sure they're working. All your bolts on check. Okay, now since I checked everything out, everything looks good. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring my landing gear up so I can get ready to go. Now I don't need it in low gear anymore. I can put it in high gear, you know. Since it's less of a tussle now, you know, as you can see, it's off the ground, you know. So I don't really got too much pressure on it anymore. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in high gear. And make sure you're gonna understand when it's in high gear, because it's gonna get more tougher to turn. When it's in low gear, it's gonna feel more easier. Right now I got it in high gear, and also when it's in high gear, it makes more of a stronger whining noise. When it's in low gear, it makes a lesser whining noise. Right now it's in high gear, as you can hear. It makes more of a, you know, stronger whining noise, you know. More easier. It's so easy that it feels like it's in low gear. That's how easy it feels. But on trailers, you could switch it from low gear to high gear, and it helps out, you know, because you don't want to be trying to fight that high gear and hurt your back, you know. See how easy it went up in high gear now? Since I took all that pressure off it. You know, I got like 44,000 pounds in this trailer. So imagine all that weight on this landing gear, you know, trying to turn it. I could hurt my back. So now, since it's all the way up, as you can see, so easy. I'm gonna take it and put it in the latch. Make sure it's in the latch. You don't want this just swinging everywhere, you know. So make sure you put it in the latch and locks it. Okay, so now we are ready to roll. And also, one more thing I want to tell you: when your landing gear is up, make sure you kick them, so to make sure that it's not loose. Because I heard these that came off before, you know. So make sure these not loose at all, you know. So I'm gonna go check that one too. But we are ready to roll. All right, so I am about to go. Right now I'm loaded, heading into Ohio, coming from North Carolina. What I want to say is, when you have your loaded trailers, make sure you check your seals, you know, and make sure your door is really latched at the top and at the bottom. You know, check the seals and make sure it match up with the paperwork. But thank y'all. I am about to go, hit the highway, 400 something miles to go. And I'll add more truck videos to try to show more other things about truck driving. But thank you for tuning in.